here to talk about BackFed. BackFed is fan to artist payments and ultimately a platform for collaborative patronage. That's me. I'm a VC by day, entrepreneur by night, music fan since '76. Status, we're very early stage, still at concept. I'm building a team, trying to find developers to launch soon, and soon looking for investment. And I'm actually working on a joint venture with a very interesting company that presented here, I think, a year ago or 2 years ago. There's a lot of problems in the music industry and music economy. I won't get into it, I don't have time, but the main problem, we think, is about how the money flows. When a fan is ready to spend $1 right now, that money goes to a whole value chain of service providers, the industry or the middleman, and at the end of the day, pennies end up in the artist's pocket. The thing is, those guys, their role is changing very quickly because the internet happened. Actually, the internet is happening, and that changes a lot of things. So what we want to do is, with BackFed, is flip those two last parts around. I don't know if you see what I did here with animation. And we want to enable the fan to pay the artist directly, and then the artist can pay his bills, pay his service providers at the end of the month, like every startup does, or everyone when they pay their hydro bill at the end of every month. So BackFed is that. We want to enable the fan to backfeed the artist. We want to be that part here between the fan and the artist. That doesn't exist in a good way today. First thing we're building is a big BackFed payment platform. We want it to be very simple. The features enable any fan to backfeed any amount to any artist in an easy, safe, and fun way. We want to make that possible not just on BackFed.com, but on the artist's own destinations. Their .com, their Facebook, their MySpace with BackFed button or widget, microsite at backfeed.me/Austin Hill once Austin launches his solo career. We want to make it an open platform with APIs that allow us, but also others, to enable backfeeding on the services that exist for music. Social networks basically allow it where people today discover new music and listen to it. The data is really important. So the backfeed, the fan, the amount, the artist is where we think the real value is. Because once we start aggregating that, using statistics, analytics, we get through in some game mechanics, start seeing network effects, viral loops, and I'll get into that. Deployment is two distinct phases. The first phase is where backfeeding is a lot more like donating. The behaviors we want to enable there, the fan is giving to the artist and not necessarily expecting anything in return from the artist. So the type of behaviors is maybe I want to pay for something I got for free. Maybe I went and downloaded an Arcade Fire album on Pirate Bay and actually like it and want to send them $10. That's not possible today. Maybe it doesn't have to be illegal. No, that's Spotify, by the way. It's awesome. I don't know if anyone uses it here. It's not illegal, but if you listen to a lot of music for free, maybe you still want to pay the artist. You can think of more of a tipping behavior, more micropayment. You watch a video on YouTube, and then you can just go click a button and tip $1 for the artist. That's the extent of my Photoshop skills right there. Fundraising is also a behavior we want to enable. Subscription, more artists are going towards subscription models. We want to enable that. We want to easily allow the fan to tweet his backfeeds. We want to integrate with Facebook, with every social network out there. Game mechanics, you can think of badges a la Foursquare, where you can be maybe not the mayor, but the super backfeeder of an artist, or get a badge if you backfeed 10 different metal bands in Montreal in a month. Leaderboards, there's a lot of stuff we can do with leaderboards as well. Revenue source, small percentage of transaction at first. We want to target music enthusiasts on two parallel paths. First, locally in Montreal, because Montreal's got some of the best artists in the world. Also has a parallel market, the francophone market, which is a micro market. So very different math, very different models that need to work. Some of the best music fans in the world, and some, you guys know, the best hackers and geeks in the world, and the most creative as well. We also want to target the artists that are active on Twitter and their fans, because we think those guys are eager to adapt new technologies. They've shown it. They're already communicating both ways, and we know how to reach them through Twitter. The second phase is where it gets interesting. That's when the artist starts to recognize that he's got backfeeders and they're more than just fans, and start giving back. And a lot of ideas around that, but basically the top backfeeders are the one that we hope will have access to the new scarcities that the artists are creating. So concerts, John, don't get too close. You remember what I said about picturing everyone naked. I'm almost done. So live concerts, merchandising, but things that are intrinsically scarce, but also the relationship between the fan, the artist, all the fans, the fandom, it's something that can be monetized and isn't really today. So that's where BackFed becomes a platform for collective patronage, where a small number of fans become the patron of an artist. Business models there are a lot more things are possible. They're still just ideas. And then in the long term, well, we want to take BackFed to every other form of digital content or art, more than music. And ultimately, we think BackFed could be what Facebook has been doing with the like button, or what they've been, and be the I like this so much, or I dig this so much, I actually paid for it. So that's where we are, looking for people and investors that are passionate about music and technology, and a lot of feedback, advice from people that are artists or people that think they can be future backfeeders. That's how to reach me. You can email me, phone me, or tumble me. Thank you.